With a new generation coming out and seeing all the new Pokemon, I thought to myself, well, I do love me some fakemons. People who knew me for a while know about my Australia region and Pokemon Geo, but how do I make more fakemons that's in line with the content of my channel? Well, let's just make some fakemons of famous rap battles in the community. But now the question is, who do I start first? I mean, there's so much to choose from. So I'll just pick the one that's currently in my YouTube mix, which is Waldo vs Pac-Man of Loco rap battles. Now, let's see here. Pac-Man isn't really known for his lore. Hell, the most iconic thing about him is his shape. And Waldo, he likes to hide. He has stripes, and all around a devious guy. I'm going to get a bit more creative with this idea that incorporates both of them. Say, Waldo stays hidden, right? They like to duck inside crowds of people and sneak by undetected. That sounds quite thief-esque to me. Let's go with that idea. Here's Scampanda. The name is just a combination of Scamper and Panda. And look, it's just a little baby red panda that scampers away after being caught red-handed. Alright, but why the red panda motif? Well, have a look at their tails. That's basically Waldo with the red and white stripes. Red pandas too have fur patterns at their eyes, and if exaggerated just a bit, it could look like the glasses that Waldo wears, and the tail is long and curved to simulate the cane he walks with. Plus, Scampanda is a thief that hides from people, and that's kinda like Waldo's entire shtick. And if you didn't know already, red pandas aren't pandas, they're actually in the raccoon family, which is why the sneaky stealing aspect was added to the design, as raccoons are known to steal foods and leftover scraps. Now, you're probably asking, there's no Pac-Man inspiration in this design. Well, look, right, you're right. It's more something that'll be more obvious in its evolution. And oh yeah, there is an evolution. In fact, let's just evolve them right now. It's Willieve. Ah, there's Pac-Man. As a wheel of cheese?
Huh?
Well, here's a fact you can take away from this video. Cheese is one of, if not the most shoplifted food item ever. So, making a thieving Pokemon that steals the most stolen item in the world just makes sense, and make them an animal that's known for thievery is just perfect. Now, onto the name itself. It comes from wheel, like cheese wheel, thief, and it kind of sounds like wieldy. That one's a bit more loose, but design-wise it doesn't change much from the originals other than it being a bigger and taller version to simulate Waldo's lanky structure. And also, both of them are dark type, like Purloin and Liepard. They just steal stuff which is quite devious, fitting for the type. Now, on to the second mon. Let's go for a different direction in tones. The last one was more funny and bouncy, so the next one I'm gonna choose more of a cinematic and emotional battle. Let's do Lo-Fi Girl vs Kousei Arima. Now, this battle has a lot more connections, being musical and all, but what should the base animal be? The last one was a raccoon. Well, Lo-Fi Girl has a cat, so let's just go with that. It's Lo-Feline. It's a feline that likes to loaf around listening to lo-fi music. It's just a regular kitty, so it's normal type, that listens to music with its ears that looks like headphones and a fur scruff looking like Lo-Fi Girl's scarf or turtleneck thing. The tail also looks like a music note. The fur pattern at its face vaguely looks like Lo-Fi Girl's bangs, kinda stretch. I don't know, but the cat Lo-Fi Girl has is striped, and with some creativity, let's make it into piano keys to relate to Kousei. And speaking of him, where's Kousei? Again, like the last one, the other rapper isn't really mentioned. Well, again, it's more obvious in its evolution. Speaking of which, Calico. Funny, Calico cats, but it's misspelled so the end looks like Kousei. After listening to a plethora of music in its pre-evo, it's now a musician, perhaps even a maestro. All this magic music energy has now enlightened it, and it now gains the psychic type. The fur patterns of Calico breeds can be done in a way to mimic Kousei's glasses, hairstyle, and even the piano keys. The tail Calico sports isn't a music note now. Instead, it's a whole piano hammer, further enforcing the connection to Kousei. The scarf has now grown longer and larger, and now it looks like a tie that some musician would wear at a high-class event. And look at its face! It specifically has 5 strands of whiskers to mimic the music sheets, which are done in 5 lines. They don't look like they come from the same line, but hey, this is the same game where a fish can evolve into an octopus, so I don't care. Now, time for the last mon. I should probably pick a famous battle, right? Something more extravagant. Yeah, Mr. B vs. Squid Game, let's go. This is Philanthropy. Name coming from villain, entropy, and both together sounding like philanthropy. Villain coming from obviously Squid Game with the ill nom being Badanal, and the mon itself is actually quite conniving. But on that later. Philanthropy is obviously something both Mr. Beast and Squid Game touch on, and entropy. Okay, the first definition of entropy is about energy, physics, thermodynamics, and it's not that. It's the second definition I'm going for. Disorder, unpredictability, chaos. Now, what is more chaotic than the games Mr. Beast puts on and the happenings in Squid Game? Now onto the design itself. Obviously looking like the piggy bank in Squid Game, but now it's more beastly, hence the lightning bolts at its eyes, reminiscent of Mr. Beast's logo, and the boar tusk, as boars are just kind of like a beastly version of domesticated pigs. Its body contains hundreds of thousands of polka dollars, capped by a large gold coin, which looks like a Dalgona cookie. And surrounding it is a red circle, which is a genre of videos of Mr. Beast where the goal is to stay in it to earn big cash prizes, which lends to the personality of this mon. It lures trainers into playing its game where if they can climb and stay within its circle, they can win all the riches within its belly. However, it's all a ruse. After they get exhausted climbing Philanthropy's smooth glass body, it knocks the trainers off and uses its tusk to ram them unconscious. And after that, they steal their hard-earned polka dollars for their own collection, further enticing future victims with an even larger pool of cash. Type-wise, it's definitely dark type for sure. Maybe dark ground because glass is made of sand. Perhaps even dark dragon because it's a beast of a monster. Oh yeah, it has payday too. Eat shit, Meowth. Now, that's it. So what are your thoughts on these mons? Hate them? Love them? Wanna punt them like a football? Do you wanna see this becoming a more of a staple series? Who do you wanna see in the next installment? Comment below. Now I'm off. Watch my rap battles. This one is really good. Let me tell ya, it's the best in fact. Go watch it. Or else.